We have both the captains in the center with the match referee. Heads is the call, and heads it is.
It's a good toss to win. They really need to make most of the conditions now. These are the playing 11 for the respective teams.
Ladies and gents, please stand up.
And it's a test match day.
In comes the fielding side. Here come the openers.
Spinner being brought into the attack.
Batsman getting into position to face the first ball of the innings. The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field.
Any young children, this is how a defensive shot needs to be played. This is what test match is all about. Great bowling, correct defensive technique. He has hit that straight to the fielder.
There is a fielder at cover.
The batsman lets the ball carry to the keeper.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
Wide ball signaled by the umpire. That is huge appeal. Bowler thinks he's got the batsman, but the umpire thinks otherwise. Smart piece of bowling, not giving anything away.
Tapped back to the bowler.
Spinner into the action from the other end. Batsman getting ready to face his first ball.
Tapped back to the bowler.
There is a fielder at cover.
That's a good lead. He's left that on the left.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
Good ball and played respectfully. Waiting for the bat ball, not trying to do anything silly before that. Tapped back to the bowler. Bowled him. He has shattered the stumps, and the batsman gonna have to walk back to the pavilion.
To the pavilion.
Bowler has been focusing on his length, and he is getting a great reward for it.
The fielder collects that one, hits straight to the fielder.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field.
Tapped back to the bowler.
There is a fielder at cover.
Tapped back to the bowler. What do you think about new teams like Afghanistan getting test status?
I think it's great for them. Small countries playing more and more cricket. Obviously, at this point of time, they're suited more for the shorter format. They've done well in recent short formats. They've got some radical players. They've got good spin bowlers, which I think takes their team to another level. But their recent performance in the longer format, not too impressive. Ireland got test status recently, and they were quite impressive against Pakistan. I think they've got great potential. They played in their hometown in Belfast.
That is a very quick signal taken. It is from the other end.
So coming back to our conversation, and they did quite well. They almost won the match at some point. Looking back, you had Bangladesh. When they started, they were on the same levels. Today, they're a force to contend with. I think it's really good for the sport that more and more countries start participating and start showing their abilities on the biggest stage.
But do you think that they should be playing the stronger teams like India and Australia rather than weaker teams like West Indies and Zimbabwe?
It's interesting that you say West Indies being a smaller country, because if you look at a couple of generations ago, West Indies was a strength, was a power, with a team everybody feared, with their big, tall, fast bowlers and their calypso style batting. But I guess this is how cricket evolves over a period of time. You see teams that have been the most powerful and elite today struggling for dominance. And with regard to your question about whether they should start with
Couldn't find
In the bowling, pacer being brought back.
going back to what I was saying, with teams who are right on the top of their cricket, I think that's the whole point of Test cricket, and I think it'll only show these smaller teams coming in how cricket is meant to be played at the highest level, and it's something they wouldn't normally see at their domestic circuits.
tapped back to the bowler.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field.
Hit straight to the fielder.
There is a fielder at cover.
Edged, gone, great bowling.
That is huge appeal. Bowler thinks he's got the batsman, but the umpire thinks otherwise.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
It will be interesting to see where the bowler will test the batsman with the short one.
He ducks under the short ball.
Change in the bowling, pacer being brought back.
Can't tempt the batsman to play at that.
There is a fielder at cover.
Looks like there will be a lot of slow balls coming. Smart piece of bowling, not giving anything away.
Tapped back to the bowler.
Spinner into the action from the other end.
Couldn't find the gap and the fielder stops it easily.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field. He has found the gap. That is a boundary.
The toss seems to play a big part in the outcome of the game. There is a huge change in approach on winning the toss, with the ball turning square in the Asian conditions and swinging more in countries like England and South Africa.
I think if you're playing in the subcontinent or on flat pitches, it's a no-brainer. You should be batting first, putting a big target on the board, get the opposition in, put pressure on them, and make them bat on the final day. But the ball will turn, and you'll have the highest chance of getting them all out. If you're playing in England, where it's overcast, you might want to consider putting them in, make use of the conditions early on.
Played that really well and it found the gap all the way to the boundary.